What's up, sincerities? Guess what? I lied. No, I didn't lie. I'm just saying I lied because we've got KiDi in the studio. But anyway, listen, guys. What's up? My name is Joseph N.T., host of the Stellar Crowd podcast. Quick shout out to the Gold Coast Report. That's the podcast hosting network that's got us held down. You know what I mean? And also co-creator and producer, Mr. Kwame Asante Ofori. Today, we have a very special interview with the one and only KiDi. And I'm very excited because, you know, I feel like in the industry that we're in, right, people don't take their time to really appreciate what, you know, our artists are doing. And Kwame and I, you know, we are very introspective people. You break it down. We have listen parties over Zoom, WhatsApp calls. We're like, hey, did he do this? Hey, did you hear this part? So yeah, that's why we're here with KiDi today. And you're going to enjoy this interview because it's a Sincerely Accra interview. The research is always clear and it's always a good time on Sincerely Accra. So let's get into it. Hi, KiDi. How are you doing?
I'm great. The way you say research, you scare me more.
Oh, the research is always clear.
We'll do some research.
Well, let's get right into it. I want to know, where's the Fupa song? For context, I watched CD Live and your entire storyline was a Fupa song.
You know, that's crazy that you asked me this song because that song is actually coming out.
Are you serious?
Sooner than you think.
Is that our next single?
It's not mine. I'm giving it. It's a song good to come off like by somebody featuring me.
Oh, okay.
So, I don't want to give you the advice coming.
What the name of the chair will be?
Yeah.
And I said, why are you featuring artists?
Yeah.
Oh, that's wild. Okay. All right. So for as long as you've been out, I recently found out that your name KiDi is the Hausa name of a drum.
Yeah.
No. I was just thinking to myself.
In Hausa, it means rhythm.
Rhythm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But in the Volta part of Ghana, it's the name of a drum that, you know, gives the rhythm to the whole cultural display. Without it, people are just playing a bunch of noise.
I see.
It's the KiDi drum that gives it. You know.
Oh, it's the drum. It's a KiDi drum.
Yeah.
And do we pronounce this right? Because I feel like maybe this.
No, you don't. Me, if I don't, but for the, you know, we have to prophelize it.
I'm sure it's like
KiDi.
Yeah. I was literally going to ask, like, you know, if it was a drum, what other musical instruments did you consider before you settled on that KiDi?
Listen, that day we opened Google. We're just looking at cello. We're going to call, my name is Kweku cello. And
really?
We had like ideas. All ideas were sounding so silly. And then we just landed on.
Oh my God.
You
that
know,
would have been horrible.
Yes.
Kweku cello.
At the point where even considering Nanaki. And I was like, you cannot call me Nanaki. Nanaki, I sound like I'm doing Boga High Life.
But that's like such a generic Ghanaian name, Nanaki.
I was like, you know, Nanaki is saying.
But you know, if you had gone with Kweku cello, you'd have been called KC.
It's true.
KC on the beat.
KC. Kweku the cello. But did you check my heart? Yeah. I can see the jokes telling themselves. Yeah.
Oh, listen. Twitter jokes, everywhere jokes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know you said in an interview that you kind of started singing in church.
Yeah.
Who is that one artist that you looked at and you were like, I want to be a singer?
From the early days, I won't lie, I used to be like a P-Square fanatic, like Two-Face. You know, they were doing like that kind of R&B-ish, African R&B-ish kind of sound, you know, so I used to like look up to them. And church-wise, I used to listen to Don Moen a lot.
Don Moen?
Yeah.
Hey, give me one Don Moen song. I can't remember.
Give thanks with a grateful heart.
Give thanks. Yes.
Those days, we had this Don Moen cassettes. We put it on rotation, side A, side B. It's all over. I could sing all the songs in the cassette.
Is he a white man?
Yeah, white man. No.
Yeah, with a beard?
Yes. No, he doesn't have a beard. Clean shaven.
Clean shaven.
He looks like a CEO of a tech company.
Oh my God, not me not knowing Don Moen.
Wow, God, are you watching your children?
And when trash you. Okay, so people don't know, because you know you were talking about like KC and people don't know. But I'm aware that your very first stage name was Eduardo.
Yes.
Why? I'm not sure cuando se asmea.
Listen. So when I was in high school, right, I used to write letters a lot, you know, to like my female friends in like some of the other schools.
Pen pals.
Yes. And then some of my other male friends used to pay me to write their letters, you know, because I had the vibes, I had the words, and I provided value for my service. I won't just write the letter for you. I would design your letter and make your letter look like effort was put into it.
I used to draw stuff on it.
Flowers and you know all of those things. And then you're like, hey, the women they are saying what do you mean it's a romantic jet? And there's that Eduardo and Alejandro. You know, all those people in the telenovelas and stuff. So it became my...
And then when you started to like sing, you felt like Eduardo was cool.
Yeah, someday what gave me the awakening was I went on Google to go and search one of my songs. So I typed Eduardo. And the number of Eduardos that popped up before me, I was like, hey, I have to battle all these Eduardos to become number one on Google. Nah, that's such a generic name. That's why Nanaki won't work as well.
Yeah.
You know, so I had to like make it a way that will be, you know, stand out, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
And I know you used to be in a boy band called ABC. ABC. So I want to know, the name ABC, was that inspired by Michael Jackson or Hinoba Kisi?
No, it was...
Because you know, ABC of love.
Yes. And ABC meant Ace Boot Camp. That's all it was. Ace Boot Camp.
Hey.
Yeah, Abasu, SS.
What kind of, was it an R&B group?
Hip hop group. They were all rappers. I was the only singer.
You're the only one doing the hooks.
So I was doing the hooks and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I always come up with the best hooks for them. So.
Oh, really? Do you remember one hook? Like, give us like throwback.
The most popular one we did was obviously the song we did for Accra Card, Blair Boy. Ese Kwame Dairy, girl, I'm in academy. Wake up every morning knowing what I'm gonna be. I be Blair Boy. Hey, I be Blair. When we perform this song in Assembly Hall, they go crazy.
You were doing that back in Accra.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah. So whenever I meet my high school friends for like reunions and stuff now, they're like, wow, like you're actually like pursuing your dreams.
Right?
Like you were doing this with us in high school. It's, you know, it's crazy when you are in somebody's life and you see them start and you see them. It's crazy. Like, wow, you've actually started and you are here. And it always buzzes. I'm like, yeah, I'm still here. You know.
I'll be Blow Boy.
Hey.
You know, I used to live in bank quarters. Were you a day student?
I was a boarder.
Okay, I used to live in bank quarters, and that's literally opposite Accra Academy. And Accra Academy boys would always come and play football in our, you know. So I'm very much aware of Blow Boys.
Yeah, we were there. We're in the middle of, you know, the town. So when we jam the wall and break the bounds, we are incarnation, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So around that time, you know, from high school to uni, you were quite popular during the Moonlight Cafe era.
Yeah. That was the beginning of my next level, you know, because like I say, high school was just me, the guy who was singing hooks on the hip hop songs. But when I came to uni, I got the opportunity to perform at Moonlight Cafe, and that was like uni level fame where everybody, like once a year, people buy tickets to come watch live band, poetry, comedy and stuff.
Right.
And that is where I started like building myself from, because that's my first point of fame.
So then you kind of have had some experience with fame. Because, you know,
I don't call that, even that's why I said fame, because it's not really,
KiDi,
I can still go to lectures and nobody knows who I am. Like,
really? Oh, but I feel like uni popularity too. There's some pressure.
It has some
there.
small, I mean, the pressure was all in our heads. Because I felt like once Moonlight Cafe, they knew if I'm going somewhere, people know me. But everyone, nobody's even checking.
Did you do original songs or you did covers?
No, I was just doing covers. At that time, I didn't have any original. I was just performing Miguel and Rihanna and, you know,
I
Chris
must
Brown.
say, so I've been friends with Kobe for a while.
Yeah.
And I think we used to come, Kobe used to like, oh, KiDi's performing at that time, wasn't KiDi though.
Yeah.
You're performing here, we should come. So I think I've caught you at Diamond back when it was still around.
Yeah.
And then the one I remember, the most memorable one was Sabulai.
Sabulai Fest. Oh.
You did Chandelier.
That's
was
what
it
I did.
Chandelier?
I remember what I did.
Was it Chandelier? I remember because it was
on the piano, I was just like,
it was a high-pitched song.
Yeah.
And I was just waiting for you to hit the key and make a mistake. I remember I was sitting there on the mat with my friends. I was like, you know, and you hit the note.
Yeah.
And I was like, ee.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I used to do all of that, performed at Republic. I performed at like all the places that like people are bumping now. Like Kruna now used to be Crystal. I used to perform live band there. Like I've roamed.
No, you put in the work. You have definitely put in the work. So it was very interesting to me, you know, when you did Hate Maker and you won. You know, I saw that you were really like committed to your whole R&B thing.
Yes,
put in a couple of songs. Like me, I'm a global music person, so I like all sorts of music. But you made a quick change. And you are always very like vocal about it. One time somebody had said something on Twitter that I wish KiDi had stuck to R&B, and then you said, "You people know you were not supporting."
But it's facts though. Like, I mean,
why the change?
As much as I love R&B, everybody knows that KiDi loves. I've always loved R&B, but I had to be self-aware of my circumstance, self-aware of my environment, where I'm coming from, and what I needed to do to get to that level that I needed to get to. Yes, I didn't let go completely of my R&B. I just decided to like mix it a little bit with the high life and the hip life and the stuff that we do here, indigenous stuff. And I think the moment I was struggling in the beginning, but the moment I found the perfect balance of it, boom, we had Say You Love Me, we had Odor. But I remember Twitter people were always angry, but And I used to like be a thing that I used to worry about, like, Richie, some people say, what have I switched to?
Your
Richie,
core fan base.
And Richie would ask me, would you rather satisfy 1,000 people on Twitter than satisfy 1 million people outside? The decision is yours.
But that brings up that conversation about being a commercial artist versus sticking true to what you want. You know what I mean? Because you're saying you needed to do what you had to do to get to a certain level. So for you, what was that level, and why was that level important?
I knew that there were some realities in music. Yes, there were people that were purists and wanted to stick to, if they are soul, I'm sticking to soul, I'm not switching.
Right.
It comes with a lot of, obviously people are investing in you. There is monetary investment. They need to see returns. What are their investments? And if you do certain kinds of songs, yes, you get some small fans here and there. Oh, I can't Tonyo. Hey, we see Ghana Chris Brown. Hey, or Tonyo, but then it's not showing in any.
Yeah.
I don't know, Malcolm still do.
You're popular and hungry.
Yes.
Popular and broke.
So sometimes you need to be self-aware and know that, okay, I'm in a market that appreciates this. Yes, I didn't want to go sway too much to the other side while I'm doing a support and things, but I wanted to mix it up. So I was like, what's the perfect way of mixing it up? What the Western people call R&B, over here we call high life. So it's not really a big switch because it's still Lover Boy, showing weird vibes, but it's just like a different sound. So I was like, so that's why the switch wasn't too much. It was just me finding that perfect balance,
Because if you do look at it though, like over in Nigeria, R&B was kind of taking roots with the Style Plus and all that. So it's just kind of interesting that it just wasn't sticking.
Yeah.
So okay, so now that you've made a switch and then you produce, I think Say You Love Me was like your first.
Yes. There were other ones, but at the time I don't like to count them because those were experimental.
Is that Carnation song?
Please.
Let me tell you something. I've been following you since time. That Carnation song. I kept my comments. Listen, I kept my comments from comments. I don't want to hurt his feelings.
I remember that song when it dropped. Oh my God, I had to go up to that. They're like, what is this?
And you used to be very, very active on Twitter. So people were ready to come for you.
So we voted you, Hitmaker, and you come out. This is what you are bringing. We love you for the R&B. Stick to the R&B. I'm like, oh, Charlie.
You was promoting milk. Is that good for your bones?
Nah, that was a moment.
Yeah. So, making Say You Love Me, what was that process like? Because now you're like, okay, we need to tap into this new sound. How do I mix my vocals to make? Yeah. What was that process like?
So, in that, I think after Hitmaker was 2015, but Say You Love Me came out 2017. So in that 1 year was a lot of experimentals for me. Like I asked Richie to teach me how to produce because those days in Links, Richie doesn't have time to come and always sit and produce for you. And as an artist, you need ample time to experiment to get what you want. Richie doesn't have that time.
Right.
If Richie comes to the studio, gone. So I was like, I needed to learn myself so that I could like teach myself how to. And I think I've not said this anywhere. I've not said this in any interview.
Give us the exclusive. Come on.
But today I'll say one of the reasons why I actually learned how to produce was the fact that Links at that time had signed Kwame Eugene, right? And like I said, I've not said this anywhere before. Kwame Eugene came fully prepared. Like he was a producer, he was a writer.
He played all the instruments.
So he could like work quickly.
Right.
So like every time Kwame Eugene has a new song is made, because me have to wait for Richie. If Richie is not free, it means I don't make music. And I was like, nah, that needs to change because the ideas in my head that I want to bring to life, I can't. So I tell Richie, you know what? You need to teach me how to produce. So Richie started teaching me, then he'll leave me alone. I'll practice. Like I used to have a job 9 to 5, So after that,
is it when you were working at the National Service Secretariat?
Yes.
I used to wear a tie.
Charlie. So after work, I was just losing my entire like Clark Kent, go into the studio, fold my sleeves, and then be playing things, experimenting, doing all kinds of things, and then I birthed Say You Love Me, and then when I saw what Say You Love Me did, gingered me more. I went in on Odo. Went in on Adia Pen. And I started building my confidence on production because I realized that as an artist, it's not by force, but if you can produce, it kind of influences your music and directs your sound because you know the ideas in your head. You get me? So yeah.
I like this thing you said because for me, it leads up to the conversation I want to have with you later on. I Lied. It just shows that there was a lot of pressure in your head at the time to make sure that you were up to par because you're entering this industry and like you're saying, you couldn't always sit down and wait for Richie. So how would you say that was working out for you in your head in terms of like, before you entered, I have the voice, and that's what matters. And then now you realize that
It's
that's not enough.
Yeah, it was such a challenging phase because, like you said, I came to that painful realization that I've been giving fans since I was in high school. Gone into uni, they said, hey, this guy, the whole gun, nobody they sing. Even Richie himself had said it countless times that like he's not met a male vocalist as good as this boy.
Right.
So like my whole life they've gassed me. I'm like, hey,
that's all you need.
If I know the studio, pop vocals gone. But now I was coming to that painful realization that listen, the real world is different.
Yeah.
I need more than just my voice.
Yeah.
Like I need to be able to make sellable music, commercial music, because what told you today? That's what people say.
There's a lot of people who went to mentor and sing really well.
So what sets you apart? Like what? So at the point, I think even Links, they realize that boy, we also R&B. So they decided to like kind of brand me as not a commercial artist, but that guy that I don't hear younger.
You had to like really recalibrate.
So sometimes on my way home after work, I have a lot of conversations with myself where I keep asking myself, is this what I really want? Like the goals and the vision I have for myself, if I go this direction, it will be 10, 20 years. And I'll just be that guy that, hey, no talent too. But then I never wanted to be that. I never wanted to be a statistic because lots of people had also won music competitions and nothing had come.
Yeah. Listen, the first ever, I always get upset about this thing. Prince from TV3 Mentor, where are you? The first one he won and he just disappeared very quickly. But anyway, let's get into your body of work. You know what I realized? You are a very well decorated artist.
Thank you.
I'm sure you know. No, seriously. And I see this thing you do. You drop an album and then you do an EP. Then you drop an album, then you do an EP.
Yeah.
And your albums have won Album of the Year. You've won it twice,
them,
right?
Yep.
Yes.
Back to back. Even the EPs.
EPs too. No, honestly, Blue is the best thing I think you have done for me. And I'm going to tell you how I'm very sad that people didn't give Next Time I See You the flowers that it deserved. That song, and it came out during
I remember
lockdown.
your tweets. I remember.
I was like, I need to see a video with KiDi and oversize you.
Yes.
Because like I had Blue on replay and all the songs are great, bad.
So you know what? If I didn't have that honest conversation with myself in 2016, I would have been making music like Next Time I See You.
And what's wrong with Next Time I See You? I feel like Next Time I See You should have been a hit.
That's why people don't know it.
Guys are just music snobs. In fact, I want to go into singing that song. You have to help me.
Listen, it's a serious thing. Let's go.
Are you ready? All right, guys, listen. I told you I would bring the Grammy to Ghana. It's me. Listen. So it goes, you remind me of a girl I used to know. Is the key too high?
Hey, because I was thinking in my mind, hey, let me start so that you can.
Okay, because
you remind me of a girl I used to know.
Listen, same pretty face, same pretty dance, same pretty everything.
Nansuni Subandi,
yes,
Yam Fan Kwawario.
Come on.
Ooh, baby. I know. You're looking for somebody. I know. Amramisha, would I know? I knew you were the one for me. Would you move me
baby? Hey, next time I see you, I swear. That song is so good.
Yeah. And that song, I had to fight for that song to make the project.
Why?
Because I knew that if that song didn't make that project, it would never see the light of day.
Oh, man.
So I was like, you know what? We've given you the commercial songs.
Right.
Let's throw in one for my indie fans and my day ones, So I was like,
I feel so insulted they call that song an indie song. That song is our golden song. It's our best song of the project.
And even I listened to this song like last week, literally. I was just driving. I was like, hey.
No, it's good.
If I was in another market, this song is like a banger. This is like a Billboard number 100. Wicked. Like,
listen.
If The Weeknd did this song, like.
I even saw Joey B on the remix.
Yes.
No, but like, I think best EP, like the year they started that award was when Blue came out and you won.
Every day I used to say that it's because of Blue they created that category because it was too good.
Well, deservedly, and if they didn't give it to you, would have been a riot. Me, my one man army, I'll be there. No, but how does it feel like, you do albums, you do EPs and you win?
Yeah.
Like, how does that feel?
It feels great. Putting in, there's a lot of work that goes into making projects. I treat projects like my babies. And anybody that knows me knows that I'm very meticulous, like in my project making. Like, I'm paying attention to detail, like of the message of what I'm singing about, even the rollouts. Like I'm always involved in the direction I want to go, you know. So to do all of that work and then it come out, like I remember Sugar came out with a movie and like, yeah, and then
No, I've been saying this, that I've realized that when it comes to rollouts, there's nobody touching links. And just like Kwame didn't agree that I was saying that all that tweeting thing was a promo, you're probably gonna also not agree. But when like the whole thing about the stroke and whatever came out,
I heard
as much as I know it was a lie,
I heard you guys thought it was rollouts.
I thought it was rollouts.
It pained me that people thought that, because I was like, yes, we do rollouts and stuff, but if I'll use anything in this world to roll out my music, I didn't get malaria. I didn't get fever.
No, because
I went all the way to such a deadly disease.
Nobody's gonna pity you over malaria.
But I was like,
twice
words are too powerful for me to come and do that myself.
Right? No. But you've even been Ghana Music UK Artist of the Year as well.
Yeah.
What was it like winning Artist of the Year at VGMAs?
It was a delayed reaction because the year before, that thing happened.
So it was like this guy winning for that movie. The guy from Titanic, what's his name?
Jack.
Winning for Bear.
Leo, yeah.
Also, you weren't really like...
No, but still, don't get me wrong. I was excited. Doing any work and getting recognized is exciting. It means people are paying attention. And the fact that the year after, people still thought... usually happens, like if they don't give it to you, the year after, even if you don't, the people will say, because they didn't give it to me, they're pity, let's just give it to him. But the year after, people were like, no, this is year 2. He's worked enough to... So that's such a big honor for me, yeah.
Does your mom go to the awards with you?
No, she will watch at home and give her. She wants to always look from the outside and
does
give
she give feedback on your performances and stuff?
Sure, she will tell you that, Nana. Inke wake VGMA if you can't feel live band, live band the TV and
oh my god!
So performs me no give you a small live band again. Come on, you have to show the artistry. No, don't do that. Every time I'm coming to performance, like men and will feel live band.
Oh my god! But she's not lying though. I feel like
I know
the people who shoot. We
haven't mastered the art of transmitting live band to like great sound on TV.
There's a part of the Sonics that's always missing. But I know your mom is one of your biggest fans.
Yes, she's always involved. Always.
Oh no, that's super. That's super cool.
Yeah.
You have siblings, right?
Yeah, I do. I do have 3 half brothers and then 1 half sister.
Yeah. I also have. My father has children with. Different,
there's a normal thing.
But my
with
father
Ghanaian.
forbids us from saying half siblings. Oh, you wouldn't, yeah.
For the longest time, I was saying my siblings, and somebody was like, "They're your half." Now it's stuck in my head.
Especially because I have one that's my age mate, and we used to lie and say we are twins, but we never celebrate the same.
It's normal. Every time they ask you how many siblings you have, and I say, "Oh, so my dad." I get it.
Yeah, coward.
It's the African thing,
It is. We are so used to it by now. Yeah. You've been performing on some really huge stages over the past couple. Afro Nation is one of them. I saw your Afro Nation, very energetic performance. You've been. You did a Europe tour.
Yeah.
How was that like?
That was really eye-opening,
People knew the music, they sang along.
Like, this was one of the first times that we had gone on the road that it wasn't the usual Ghana crowd in there. So this was one of the things we picked up from, like, the people were people from different parts of the world who just came, saw our flyers and ads on the internet. Was like, no, I like Touch It. I'm come to watch this guy perform. So it was such an eye. When being on the road, trust me, Ghanaians at home, we get to see what happens on the stage. But according to
oh my god,
like,
greetings from abroad.
The fatigue of moving from city to city. Like you reach the venue like 7 p.m. You have to now check in. The show is in an hour. You have to have the energy to come on stage and do it, and there's so much that happens and it's all a learning curve, because I tell myself that the bigger I get, some of these things will be fixed, but it won't get easier. Like I need to prep myself for this, So
wow, you get to a venue an hour before, and then you have to do all of that.
You have to get to the hotel. No, you change quickly, shower, get back to stage, because them to. It's not like the show is at 7.
They 11. Play with their time.
Yeah, when they say 10.
Yeah. Before. So what song would you say was the biggest, or got the best reception when you were doing your European tour?
I think surprisingly, outside of, I don't like to use Touch It because Touch It is in a league on its own. But one of the songs that always really surprised me was even when I was in Australia, like it was Mon Bébé. Like I was like, you guys know Mon Bébé, and I thought that because Touch It and Mon Bébé were on the same album, people that loved me because of Touch It went to look for the next to like on the album, and it was always Mon Bebe. So it had a lot. It always surprised me, Mon Bebe.
I think that's really cool to see what like people in a different geographic area actually, you know, relate to.
And that's actually another problem, you know, when we're traveling. You don't know which songs are big in where you've reached. So we do a lot of freestyling. We test the atmosphere and see.
Isn't there a way to check like on the DSP?
There is, but it still isn't an accurate reflection.
Right.
Yeah, so yeah.
I see. Well, people, you are learning. You know, there's a lot of you, Paul. You think it's always by he can sing or see.
There's a lot.
It be things.
And I myself, like this, me, I've opened my mind up to the learning of.
Right.
And I've also told myself it's okay to make mistakes along the way. You know, as much as I want to be a perfectionist and do things the right way, I know that there's a lot of things I don't know yet, and lots of things I will learn as I go and make mistakes.
Hey,
you know, so,
it's like on a beauty pageant.
Contestant number 5.
It's giving very Ghanaian modesty. Hey, listen, I think it's cool to be modest.
Yeah.
You know, reasonably so.
Yeah.
But I really need Ghanaian artists to start believing in their shit.
Yeah, you know, to us where we are from, humility is like cocaine here. Like,
time. It's not needed. I'm sorry. Talk your shit. You're good. Like, yo, you can sing. I was listening to some of your songs before you came in, and I was telling Kwame that your vocals have actually aged so well.
Yeah, that's the one thing I keep telling myself.
Yes, that's so important.
So that's why, as much as in uni time, I used to sing, people were like, this is the craziest thing they've ever heard. Now when I hear, I'm like, what was that? And then people find it like, because I know how much I've improved, singing wise, the technique. It's not about skirmishes, but you know, just the
control,
and
the high notes that you've been hitting of late.
Yeah,
hey,
it's necessary, you know.
No, true. Okay, so also you did the show in Indigo O2 with Kwame Eugene. What was that like?
That was also like another moment in my life that I had to take in properly the next day, like to have a, you know, Ghana. Usually when we go out we are last minute. Even at home abroad, they'll get tickets. You don't even know if your show is sold out or not till the show starts. That's when you get to know. Yeah. But something like this, like the people came out and the show was sold out like before the day of the show.
Wow.
And I've never had that feeling before, because people don't talk enough about the psychology of going on stage or going to the backstage knowing that shit, I sold out a show. The psychology of that, people have never thought about it, because every time we are going, we are thinking like, hey, if they call KiDi, don't come to see the place is full or not.
You know? And then, you know the thing I've realized about Ghanaian artists, if the place is not full, then they'll wait. They are not going on until the place is packed. And that's how we have late shows.
Yeah, so it was an amazing, you know, being able to do that with Kwame as well, and the people that came out. And one thing that I'm always happy about is I need people always to come to my show and leave with the excitement of I enjoyed myself.
Yeah.
And that was one thing we got. Like everybody was like, this is one of the best Ghanaian shows we've been to, like from beginning to end. And the guests we brought on stage, we brought Sarkodie, we brought Kwabna, brought Stoneboy, Darko, Miss. The surprise kept flowing. And the show was like very seamless, you know.
It looked very lit. Yeah. I must ask, when you're performing in front of like a huge crowd of people, what do you look at?
To be honest, I'm a shy person. So
I don't know that.
Yeah, I am very shy.
Oh, sorry.
I am. Because it was, me Friday, pa.
Hey.
Yeah, it's just like when I go on stage, I don't know what happens or how it happens.
It changes it.
But once I get off stage, I'm back to my corner. Yeah, I'm always.
Because you do a lot of looking. Like me, who's that? Share? And I mean, look, just small talk show that we do here. We've been in front of a few live audiences, and it's a sea of faces. So I'm like, who are you?
Sometimes I have to, especially if I'm certain songs, I have to pick a face. And sometimes, so when I'm too shy, I have to pick the sky. Just be looking at
you look at the horizon.
But there are days where there is a level of confidence that overtakes you on stage that you feel like you can do anything. So then, usually I'm shy, so I wear glasses. But that day I'll take off. There's a few performances where I've taken off my glasses. If you see me do that, it means that day the devil himself has entered.
Shafi is not running more.
Yeah, so I pick somebody in the crowd, I focus and I sing to them, you know, and the energy I get from the crowd is always my drug. Like, when they feed me the energy, I feel I can do anything, you know. Yeah.
All right, now let's get into Touch It, because, you know, I feel like it was such a colossal moment in your life.
Yes.
People, I don't think Ghanaians fully recognize or understand how big it is to actually have gone to India and do a remix. That's Bollywood, man.
Apart from Sonia Achieva, nobody did that. Shout out to Sonia.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay, yeah. No, it's such a so okay. How did they reach out? Because I know the song was doing numbers, was big. People thought it was a Caribbean artist.
Yeah.
How did they reach out?
So that song was making its rounds on like the TikToks and the reels and stuff. And one day I just woke up one day and I saw that one Bollywood celebrity had done the shut up and bend over. And then in India, they were making jokes with a song like as like a respect to parents. How your parents, you do something, your parents say shut up and bend over. So that's how they understood the song. So it became a big thing because culturally, Indians are like Africans with their parents and child respect. So their grandmoms were all doing shut up and bend, and it became a thing. And then it just took over. And they don't have TikTok. So like it was just solely based on reels. And then all their celebrities jumped on it. Yeah, TV show hosts jumped on it. And it became like huge.
I mean, I watched the behind the scenes of the video, right? And I got some insight that you had like 3 days there.
Yes.
You did 5 media appearances. You shot the video, and there was choreo. So what time did you get to learn the choreo?
That's the one thing about me that I always thank God for, that I'm such a quick learner. Like I can. Ghana's dance got Lloyd. Like all the dances we do, it's just seconds. I pick it up.
Hey,
once I put my mind to something, back, I'm done. Because I don't want to waste your time. So I also owe it to you to learn it quickly. You get me?
No, but what was that experience like shooting in India with all those people?
It was eye opening. There's a lot that I picked up.
Tell me something about their sets, like life and stuff that you haven't seen done in Ghana yet. Something about how they do their.
I think the directors and like the entire crew have understood what the word commercial means. Like that's why they have numbers in billions when it comes to like media stuff.
Right.
They know exactly how to dramatize, and they know that people like dramatics. So maybe the director would tell me, I'm used to being fine boy on set, and the director would tell me that, we want you to exaggerate the act, like do your shoulder. I'm like, what is this one? They say no. People love it when they watch the guys doing shoulder, and I'm like, okay. I mean, I'll try my best.
Yeah, to incorporate all of that.
I learned the choreography, told me add more flexibility to it. I did it. We went to a waterfall where we were standing like literally in the middle of
I saw
waterfall.
That part, yeah.
Like these guys go all out when they have to do. They go all out, and that was really nice to see.
Did you do well in India? I know I checked. You had like 31 million views.
Yeah. The video alone, like not even the streams and stuff. And it was always like also heartwarming to go there, and the people actually, once they sing the song, they didn't know the person. It's like, there's a guy that did shut up. Oh my god, this is you. So my child loves this song, and they come and take pictures.
Were they doing that, KiDi? They were doing that. Oh, really?
And we did like a press conference where like they kept asking me questions about like what's Indian stuff is like in Ghana. And I was like, you guys have no idea how big Hindi movies and Bollywood is. Yeah, you should have told about Sonia Chiba. I told them about when we were a child, those Ajana. Like I told them we used to watch you guys 3 hours, Sunday, 3 hours. And
reading subtitles.
So it's crazy to me, like as a child growing up, to be here today, making music with you guys. So yeah, it was
pretty cool.
It was amazing, yeah.
All right, so I want to get into, the new era KiDi. Okay, so when I Lied came out, and I listened to the lyrics and everything, I kind of could relate to some of the things that you were talking about, in
to
that.
Be honest, I think any man, woman born from Ghana can relate to that song.
Especially this year. No, because 2021 was like one of those, it was a very difficult period for me personally. And, we had to record a show. And I realized for the first time that I was not genuinely happy recording the show. I was performing happiness.
You're doing what you had to do.
Exactly. And Kwame probably doesn't even know this, that my producer. I'll just come on, hey guys, and when I'm done, I'm still sad. Yeah. So I was like, wow, you can get this level of recognition, fame, success,
and
artist of the year, and still. So let's just walk through that. Because right now we're talking about Lied, and then we'll get into Touch It. No, not Touch It. Yeah, so what was that like? And the decision to take time off social media and everything.
I think you pretty much sum it up well in saying that's about joy and happiness in the things that we do. I realized I was in Belize performing, and it wasn't just that. It had started like from like other shows leading to that. But that was a day, like I was on stage. I realized that I was just doing this because I've been paid to do this.
Yeah.
This is never how I want to go about my music. This is never what I think my purpose is supposed to be about. And there was, with that on the side, there was other like so many things happening in the background. Like you know, a lot of wars that man's been fighting that were all like coinciding with that. And sometimes because I wasn't okay internally, started like reflecting outward. Remember, I was in New York one day. I woke up one morning. I had like a studio session. I woke up and my voice was just gone. Nothing had happened. I just couldn't sing. Like I was like, this is something is definitely wrong. And me recognizing that, I decided that, listen, I cannot go into this tour with all of these things. What if after first show my voice is gone? What happens to the people? Like, I need to make sure that any time that I go on tour, I'm 100% to give the people the experience they deserve. So I had to make like a painful decision, you know, because a lot had to go into the cancellation too was expensive. You have to,
you know, when you put it out, a lot of people are saying, "Oh, he couldn't sell the tickets, so they are canceling the show."
It's not to be, if you've seen some of the shows we've performed, me, I've never cared about a packed. I'll be honest with you. Some of our Europe tours that we went to, some of the auditoriums were only half full. I never care about because I've understood that it's a process. One day, this will be part of the story about, I played in some auditoriums that were half full. Yeah. And then when
it will go in the book.
It will go, exactly. So those things about tickets it's never been a thing of, if 10 people come, I will give you the best show of your life. Like, that is how it's always been for me. So it's never about that. But I realized that I needed that time off because if I'm really planning to do this music thing for a long time, I need to take care of myself so that I can be able to actually give. So then I put out a statement, you know, like, I have to take, you know, some time off for health issues. I left it vague because it's not now I'm coming to tell people what exactly is going on. But a group of people decided
that the opportunity to fill in the blanks.
Like, hey, what if it's just health issues? Then then it's definitely that one because I'm like, where from that?
It was a wild time, but anyway,
so
I mean,
after all of this, for somebody to say that I'm the one doing it, so I'm like, wow, really? People don't know what's going on.
So what would you say were your coping mechanisms throughout that period?
So I started therapy. You know, I've been doing therapy, and it's being a magic worker in my life, to be honest. Family, just deciding, as much as it was hard, deciding to wake up in the morning and for once in my adult life not think about music,
right?
Work.
And label decisions.
Yes, and what's the next song? What's the next video?
Outfits.
I just like, for this time, it was hard because the way my mind is set up is very impossible because my mind is constantly on overdrive. So I was like, So, but I tried. So I went through that, you know, and then just when I was building my piece to get to that level of proper healing to come back, that whole rumor.
That's when the rumor came out.
Also came, and then it just, it just,
I see. I must ask quickly, do you have a stylist?
No, I don't.
So you style yourself?
Yeah.
Hey, okay.
Everything you ever see me wear is just, I throw on what I can find.
Oh, please. That's what it is. Isn't that the modesty talking? You didn't find these boots?
Oh, no, but these boots, I've not worn this in like over a year. Trust me. Today, I just pulled up today and I was like, I want to wear it.
Okay. All right. We'll take it like that. Okay, now moving on into liquor. Listen, I heard, or I found out through my research that at the age of 24, you had been in 3.5 relationships because one lasted for 2 weeks. So you call it a half relationship.
Yeah.
Would you say you've been unlucky in love?
I have been lucky and unlucky. In the sense that now as I'm here, obviously, because I'm unlucky. But
say like we all know. We don't know.
Here now that I'm
you can have a girlfriend, a steady girlfriend of 3 years that you've hidden from the public. I will not know.
All we know is that save the date. I want to get married.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've, like I said, it's not being a thing of an easy. It's being lucky and unlucky. Right now, obviously, I'm unlucky, but in lucky in the sense that I tell myself, when people ask me, have you ever been in love? I tell myself that as much as they didn't work, I feel like in the moment that I was in those relationships, that was love to me. And that is all that matters. And I've been lucky in the sense that I've met women who have come into my life and taught me something. You know, although it didn't work, there was a valuable lesson they taught me. There's a valuable growth they gave to me. So I've been lucky in those regards. Like, I found women who were good women, like great women, and they taught me something.
And what happened?
But I need Juma.
No, because, you know, I mean, I've obviously caught your interviews where you're saying that liquor is really talking about the fact that there are people who will live and die without experiencing true love.
Yep. You will say I'm lying, but that's actually
but it is true.
Yeah.
It's a very scary statistic, but it's true.
Yeah, we don't think about that because everybody's chasing that feeling and love because we all have like a spiritual appetite for companionship.
Spiritual appetite.
Yeah.
Break that down. What does that mean? Like a spirit longs for it.
Like everybody's, no matter how tough you think you're, no matter how hard you think for you, there you are on your. Everybody's spirit craves companionship and connection with somebody.
So then, I guess maybe the question I should say is: so do you think you have experienced true love, even though you are single right now? Do you think you have experienced true love?
I'm yet to. In the essence of the word.
You are yet to?
Yeah.
But how would you know if it's true love or not if you haven't experienced? Like, what do you think would let you know? Like,
I don't. That's why I'm trusting that. I feel like some of these emotions, the universe has a way of letting you know that this is it. So I feel like if it happens, something would tell me I've seen what I'm looking for, and this is it. And this is all my whole life.
Brilliant ads, guys. Still searching for true love. Step up to the plate.
Obviously, what you were searching for, the true love you're searching for at age 24, it's not the same true love you're searching for at 29. Because 24, you are still like, living a
very
life.
irrelevant things. That's when you check the checklist of a 24-year-old.
Like, but at 29, the whole thing changes. Like, life is getting serious. I don't need somebody are not drink. I can raise our kids together. It's not about, need too soon, ass or booze.
No, but one thing I also like about liquor is the fact that you're taking us back to the era of innuendos. I grew up in an era of Daddy Lumba is very direct, but yes, Daddy Lumba, anybody can see all these people.
They throw in there.
We used to have to like decipher what they were saying. All those kind of things.
Although it's direct, but it's not direct.
So I really like what like you did with, I like the therapist being your bartender, gotta call my dealer. I just like it. Like when I have to listen to Did you write the song yourself?
No, I have we're about 4 songwriters on this song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who else?
So I have Westa, I have Gambini, I have Koshiti, and I have myself. So
Gambini? Is it from 99 Phases Gambini?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. No, they're really great music collective.
So we go into the session and everybody's like, "Oh, KiDi, today what are we singing about?" And I'm like, so I had 2 sentences in my head that I had written on my notepad that I was going to make a song about these 2 sentences. So I just read it. I was like, "I'm so unlucky with love. No, I'm so picky, but I always pick the wrong ones. I'm so unlucky with love. They come and they run." So I just said this.
Okay.
And then everybody's mind started like going into the message. Like the message hit, the way you read, that's how everybody reacted in the room like, "Ee."
No, it's very like
and everybody's
profound.
mind just went straight into what the song was going to be about. So like we did like thousands of melodies for the song, thousands of melodies. So after everybody's gone, now I'll just sit back, listen to every single melody we've done, arrange them, now put words into them for them to make sense.
So when you were doing the melody, you already have the beat?
Yeah, we've worked on it. We've started the beat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so me and Kesu started the beat, and then I finished it with Beat Vampire over the phone, actually. We're just making the whole beat on the phone. I was like, add this. No, this place. Take this place. Sometimes when I'm doing this, I feel bad because not everybody appreciates when an artist is too involved and I think, "Oh, cry, but the way I'm set up, I always want to be involved in what you are. I want to know that the drums you are picking is the correct drums. So we did that and then and then the beat is ready. They do the melodies and I put the words and then.
Isn't it interesting that you put Kesu through that, and then Stonebwoy did the same to you? Because you were talking about how after you recorded his verse, he would call you every day and say, "Let's put this here, let's put that here."
Yeah, like I was like, listen, on a Beat Vampire, I was like, "Are you sure?" Even shakers, that sometimes people are not even hearing the shakers in the song. I had to choose a specific shaker. I was like, "No, that one is not my ears itchy. I want this particular." And then in the end, when the song comes, people don't even listen to those bits. So Stonebwoy, the same thing. When the song was ready, every day, Charlie, I feel like we should add horns. And I like that because it tells me that everybody who was listening to the song loved the song so much. They wanted to add to it and make it something into air. So
it's an instant hit. I don't know how you felt when you recorded it or when Stonebwoy told you it's an instant, because I don't my tweets,
one day I'll tell my story about this song one day.
Oh, you should, because the Sonics. I remember the first time I listened to this song, just the way what?
And it's crazy because you see, that's one superpower I think I have. Like in all of the melodies, there are certain melodies that are non-melodies.
Right.
So like when you're making the song, you put the words into some parts. There was a part where It was just an end of some melody at the end of the song.
Right.
And immediately I heard that, I was like, this is how the song should start. And I put it like, and I was like, I want to capture you from the start. When the beat drops, the encanting we are doing, it needs to grab you. So then you are grasped.
What are you saying there?
There's nothing.
There's nothing.
I'm just, hypnotizing you into the song. Like, that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite verse? Where's your favorite part of Stonebwoy's verse?
Why anytime I find someone to love, she go do me why you?
Why you?
Why
Something
anytime
like
I give you my everything, you go breaking my heart too. It be like saying that the bad things I do.
What does he say there?
He said karma. Is it all the fact that he's not finding true love? Is it like a result of karma? Is it the things he's done?
No,
in
but
the
when he
past?
says all the bad things, there's this
bad things, yeah. Mango do.
Finally.
Then he says karma. So it's karma. Listen, Stonebwoy is on a spiritual level.
He's a senior. Like
spiritual level.
That song is so good.
Spiritual. Like we enjoyed making the song. Like
I'm excited to see you guys perform it live.
I'm
because
so excited.
You said on stage that you told him that you put the horns
in
on
there.
the line.
yes.
All right. So like I was saying, I realized that you do album EP. The last EP was Golden Boy.
Yeah. No, last album was Golden Boy. Then Foreplay with Champagne.
Foreplay was the last EP.
Yeah.
So we're in album mode. Is that what we are?
I might decide to surprise you and drop another EP. You never know. I mean, no rush.
Don't stress me.
Like I said, my projects, I'm very meticulous about my project. So if I feel like the album is not ready, then maybe it's not ready. Maybe I might throw in an EP as we still prepare for the album. Maybe.
You know what I mean? Given your track record, even if it's an EP, it's still going to eat.
It's still going to bang.
Listen, when KiDi does an EP, it's 4 + 4 because it's going to what? 8.
Hey, where a new one?
Hey, Gen Z phone. Wait, keep up. You gotta keep up. Doing this show. Like I'm always having to go onto them. Like, what is the new catchphrase? What are these people saying? So I can drop.
I just want me to say my man. Which one is that one?
See, I don't know. When I see it, I just run works for me, not my fa. All right, so we're going to see. Would you say that your sound is going to be a bit more different? You're going to, because I lied and liquor. They've been like solemn, laid back.
Yeah. I want you to feel the spiritualness in the African groove. So I lied and liquor. As soon as liquor is like high life, even though the groove is very high life and traditional, the vocals and the messaging is like, I'm trying to mix a lot of that going forward, It's indigenous, but spiritual.
I see you're coming for best male vocalist.
Coming for everything.
This thing, it's really,
everything.
Really. Okay, before I get into what we have, Kwame and I did something, okay? We have hot button questions, 6 questions, and the questions are inspired by names of your songs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Before I get into that, when is CD Live coming back, and am I going to see you on it?
Well, we'll leave that for Amanda. I think they are planning season 2. We'll see what's
now. Amanda, you don't know whether you're going to be on it. It's Amanda that's going to tell us.
Yeah, Amanda would say. We'll see what happens.
Hey, KiDi. All right, so now we're going to get into our hot button questions. Okay.
All right.
Our first question is inspired by the song "Send Me Nudes." So, question number 1. Well, for those of you who are going to be listening and not watching, KiDi is about to moisturize his lips.
Yeah, we are entering some zone.
Yeah. Okay. Send me nudes. Are you more likely to send or receive nudes?
Receive, definitely.
Hey, sir.
I ain't gonna send none.
Okay, let's put a statistic to it. In a week, how many do you get?
Oh, I don't think there is that kind of routine.
It's not that frequent.
It's not.
Okay.
I'm a child of God, so my mind is tuned.
We are all children
of
God
and the mercies of the Lord.
We are all children of God.
Yeah.
All right, the next question, inspired by "Say You Love Me." When you like someone, are you likely to say "I love you" first, or you are waiting to hear it before you?
I think I'll wait because No. I'm can't be back. I'll wait. I'll wait because sometimes I'm great at picking hints when I know that they do, so I'm going. But sometimes I suck at picking hints. So if I'm having an off season, what if I go and say I love you and then you are just trying to knock and go? And
has that happened to you before you say I love you and they be like, oh bro?
It has.
Yeah.
It has.
Jesus.
It has. That's why
God.
now once bitten,
twice shy. Okay. So the next one, this one is inspired by "End in Tears." Another great song, by the way.
T for thanks.
Yeah. Have you ever cried over someone you really liked?
Once.
Once.
That was in uni.
Oh, okay. Eduardo days.
Yeah. It's crazy I even cried because this person was not even my official girlfriend. That's what made it more painful. It's more painful when it's not even official because
the side thing made you cry?
yeah, you bore, but you can't bore because it's not official. How dare you bore?
Did it inspire you to write a song?
That time, actually. Lectures were worrying me.
All right. The next one. Touch it. What part of your body gets you the most compliments?
What part of my body gets me the most compliments?
You're always taking your shirt off.
So it's not a hidden part of my body. But I think a lot of times, I don't think it gets, but it gets people a lot. It's my chimple.
It's called a chimple.
I've given it my own name, chin dimple. So I think they used to make jokes about it when I was like growing up, but now I've grown up and I've accepted that as a beautiful, unique scar. You know, so and my freckles too. I think
freckles too.
As much as I hate them,
you really? Oh, really?
But people say, "Oh my god, I'm like." Cute saying. I wish they weren't there, but
I think it adds to it, you know. Which other artist has freckles in this country? You know how we like statistics in this country. I'm the first and artist, only. The first and only artist. All right, Mom Baby.
Yeah.
What did you get in French in BC?
Oh, I got a 1.
Hey, ça.
Yeah.
Oh, bois.
I got a 1.
Tout le monde.
Tout le monde?
C'est vrai?
Oui.
Eh, pourquoi?
Quand?
This show is so stupid. I can't even believe that people listen to it. All right, so the last question is inspired by one man. Mm-hmm. I want you to give me your honest but most controversial take on monogamy. Ooh. It's 2023. People believe in all sorts of things now. When it comes to, you know, monogamy.
I need to sit up for this one.
Yeah.
So, disclaimer. I do want monogamy one day.
Right.
But I've also just come to realize that in today's day and age, it's kind of not a realistic expectation. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Disclaimer again. I want monogamy. I know that I'm building up myself, learning to get to that point where I want that. Mm-hmm. But as it stands, it's quite a difficult thing. Let's be real. It's not easy. A lot of people want it. A lot of people are fighting for it. But the realities of the world is just, you know, swaying you into different directions. It's hard, both men and women. At this point, I don't even know who cheats more.
Right now, cheating is a function of human beings, so it's really not like a gender-specific thing anymore.
And a lot of people are in open relationships because of that.
Yeah,
because
you know,
the reality of it is, Charlie, hey, so you lie to me and tell me we are just, and then we might as well just agree that this is what it is, and then, you know, it is a tough spot to find yourself in. But fellas, seek ye the kingdom of God. Monogamy comes as a package.
Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been our interview with KiDi. I hope you enjoyed it and you understood him a little bit more. Look, I'm always going to say this. We have a lot of amazing talent here in Ghana. And I think that most times we are so focused on complaining about what isn't there as opposed to celebrating what is there so that I can get to where you want it to be.
Preach.
So I'm going to tell you, we're going to do our best to platform as many Ghanaian artists, you know, and it's not just musicians. And these interviews, we do them because we want you to get into the mind of the people. You know what I mean? So that's what we've done with KiDi, and I hope you enjoyed it. Check out the new music, I Lied and Liquor. And I mean, apparently the Fupa song is coming out. It will be a different artist, but KiDi is going to be featured. So make sure you check it out. KiDi, any famous last words?
Famous last That's why like one of those KiDi fest things. Oh, Charlie. Yeah. Anyway, thank you to everybody for tuning in, you know, for watching and listening. You know, I have a new record out. It's called Liquor. Go check it out. Jump on the challenge. You know, do your thing. Have fun with it. Do it with your moms, your dads, your grandmas, your boyfriends, girlfriends. You know, so and keep an eye out for the upcoming things that I have coming. You know,
right.
So love to everybody. You know,
love to everybody, and that's our show, people. Shout out to Kwame Asante, my co-creator and producer, and the Gold Coast Report. My name is Joseph N.T. Listen, it's always a good time on Sincerely Your Crack. Catch you on the next one. I'm gonna love you and leave you. Bye.